A few weeks ago, I removed all of the power from this wall right here. And I was very surprised when I opened up the ceiling and saw a lot of not so good electrics. Either way, we're back here today and the wall has now been removed. But would you look at that? All of the cables from the ceiling are still here and now it's time to remove them all. Now I had to remove everything that needed to go away. By the way, pretty much everything you see in this video will be breaking the codes, and that's why we need to fix it all because, yeah, there was a lot of surprises that were not good surprises. Either way, let's get to work. These here were some cables that had before supplied the downlights, and if we follow and track these black wires, we'll see them running all the way up here to a junction box and down through a conduit to a switch right here. Like I said, everything in this video is pretty much breaking the code, aka also this right here. But yeah, we had some black wires going to the other side, and yeah, we had another switch here. I just cut that because we need to remove this switch, and yeah, then I could pretty much track the downlight cables all the way to this switch, and then remove the downlight cables, and with that the first cable had been removed. Low-key, I was very happy. Alright, and we had this black wire here that had run all the way to the switch on the other side of the wall. Where was that going to? It went all the way up here to some original 1960s cables that we also need to remove. Either way, not too long after, I had officially tracked the first cable back to the fuse panel and I could disconnect cable number 1. Alright, fast forwarding a little bit, we had the old original cables over here. We had some other cables here that I suspected would be running down to the switch down here, or that's not a switch, that's a socket. Over here we had some internet cables and some power for the upstairs. And as you can see, the entire web of cables have now been removed, except for this junction box over here, which I'll take a look at later. Everything here is also just wrong, and I'm just, so much to do. But why didn't you remove the red wire right here? Well, son, I'll tell you. That's because this building part over here will not be renovating, and therefore I need to somehow connect the new installations to the old illegal installation. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, we had another lucky miss right here. How have this not cut the cable? Surprisingly, the power was apparently just working. But yeah, I would remove some more cables from the old conduits right here. Back in the days, we put conduits in the wall. Today, we just put cables directly into the wall, so yeah, I guess it was better back when they did this sort of things. And as you can see, I'm completely ripping the wall apart because I'm trying to remove the cables from the conduit. But yeah, the reason I remove all cables is because, of course, I don't want to miss something. But yeah, I talked with the customer, where do you want your switches and your plugs and sockets and all of this good stuff? And he was like, I want a switch over here and a switch over here so I can turn off some light in the kitchen area. By the way, this here is the new kitchen. He also wants some lights in the ceiling, and I was like, all right, let me just put down some stones so we can see and kind of feel where to put everything. Then we have these loose cables here. They will be replaced with some brand new cables going upstairs. I'll just put them under in the basement. By the way, all of the floor here will be removed later on. Now, why did I point all of these weird pointy ways? That's because this here is the fuse panel, and with this entire fuse panel will be moved over here, meaning everything will be replaced and brand new. That also means I need to extend all of the cables. Luckily, they're coming from the downsize. Yeah, they're coming from the floor, so that's a little bit easier. Alright, but we had some downlights up here, and now we need to run some power to the downlights. Nah, I'm not going to do that now, that's later in the video. Because the customer had this old switch that's turning on the staircase lights, and the staircase is going to be moved. And he still wants the switch, but this switch here will have another function. There's so many things going up and down in my head right now. At this stage, my colleague luckily joined me so he could help do all of the dirty work while I picked up some materials right here. I actually just got this shipped to me. I could take a look at this junction box right here. So what is wrong with this? Well, these cables here are not meant to be put in the wall, and on the outside we had this junction box here, and yeah, all sort of codes were being broken here. And yeah, how am I even supposed to get that lid off right there? Violence, my friend, violence is the answer. And not long after the lid had been removed, and I just agreed with the customer, we're gonna make a brand new installation because this here is just not worth trying to save. It's better just to make something new. So yeah, that's what I did. I drilled a hole here. Let me just see. Wow, the hole is poking through. Then my colleague found an old ladies magazine. It's quite old, October 1978. And I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna read this very old ladies magazine here. But yeah, we had a bunch of illegal stuff up here. These wires had just been run straight through the bricks without any sort of installation, well, except for the individual wire insulation. And I was like, okay, they're quite easy to pull through, so I'm just gonna pull two of the wires away and just tie a brand new cable to the final wire and just pull it all through. Here we have the new wire here connected to the cable. What am I saying? You know what I'm saying. Taped it all up, said to my colleague, stop working, you little man, and join me over here. And with that, we just started pulling. I knew there was a danger and a risk of this not working because these cables and wires were running straight through bricks and we don't know what twists and turns they were taking because, well, we didn't have a conduit. Basically, it didn't work. So I pulled down a downlight here to check how that was working and if I could see the cable on top. And yeah, the downlight here is made illegal. Again, we just have wires without any outside insulation, and worse at all, there was a box on top of the downlight here. So yeah, plan B, just fix it and just pull the wire. But nope, the wire is just stuck. The cable is too thick, and there's another brick I don't know, guys. I couldn't pull the wire and it was annoying me a lot. So I went to a different task. We have the old original cables from earlier, but we have to run a brand new cable. This is here where the cable is gonna go, and it's going into this light in the ceiling right here. Once again, my colleague connected a cable, and this time, because there was an old conduit, we could actually pull it, and low-key, I was very happy when I did something that actually worked right there. Customer had also got an entire wall removed and had this massive metal beam here put inside the house to, well, support the house from not falling in on itself, because we had an old wall here that had been removed. The issue is I need to get a cable across this beam, and I don't think I'm supposed to just drill through it. Luckily, if I pull a wire all the way from the switch, there's a little hole there where I can just put my wire through, and then I can go over here where the customer want a light fixture in the ceiling. Whoop, double it up, and we have a cable up there, and the carpenter can now put back on the ceiling. I wish the carpenter had removed some more ceiling because the customer wants downlights, and we have all these massive wooden beams up here that I just can't get through. Low-key, not too funny. I just learned the word low-key today. Can you feel it? Yeah, so basically the carpenter said just drill a bunch of holes, I'll fix it, and then you can run your wires, you little electrician. And I was like, yeah, don't say that twice, mate. I'll just come and do a ton of holes. So yeah, that's what I did. We had some old bricks just on top of the ceiling here. That's quite rude. And at this stage, the electrician was quite a dirty electrician. Look at that. That's not supposed to look like that. And my hand, by the way, also looks like it's dead. But yeah, poking through the hole where I had been working and drilling. What's that? Is that my cable? Oh, good old dear friend. Let me just grab you and pull you down again. All right. In one day, we had removed all of the old wirings in the kitchens while also starting rewiring the new kitchen. We still need to get the entire floor up so we can actually for real wire everything. And I also still need to find what the am I supposed to do with this right here? I'll need to figure that out later. But yeah, I'm very tired and I just want to say thank you all for watching.